Hey everybody, I'm here today to make a video on the framing that I did in my basement. I am currently doing a basement renovation and I did a decent amount of the framing. I've accomplished and I finished a decent amount of the framing so far, and I just wanted to make this progress video to show you some of the framing that I did in the basement. So let's get right to it. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around and I apologize about the poor lighting. I'm just using this light right here because, as you can see, there aren't any lights down here just yet, but there will be in the future. Okay, so let's start off with this wall right here. It's just a very simple wall. This is basically an 8-foot section right there, and then I just have this extra section over here. It's pretty simple and straightforward. That's just the wiring for an outside plug that I just left right there for now until it gets connected to the electrical panel. All right, with this wall over here, as you can see, there's a window right there, so I had to frame around the window, and I'm not a professional framer, but I did my best. As you can see, there's an 8-foot section that goes from here until about here, right over here, and then there's an additional section right here. Now there's something interesting about this section of framing right over here that I want to show you in just a moment, because I want to show you this side first. So with this side right here, as you can see, it's just a very simple design, okay? It's very simple and straightforward, but there's one interesting thing about this wall frame right here. As you can see, there's a fireplace, and on the bottom of the fireplace, there are some stones, just as you can see there, okay? So what I did with the framing was I basically, for the bottom part, I made it come up to here, and then I added on this, I raised it up and I added on another bottom over here. So it basically wraps around the bottom part of the fireplace, and I will make it look good with drywall and trim at the end of the process. But it's a pretty simple and straightforward wall other than that right there. And obviously I've done the same thing on this side right over here, so I just made it come up over there and then across just like that. All right, let's move on. So with this wall over here, I'm actually just leaving the framing as is, because what you see there is the backing of the sheetrock that is on the other side, which is the stairway of the house, and I don't want to ruin that. I don't want to touch that, so I'm just using this framing right here. This is the old framing for this section, and I'm just using it. And yes, those are mirrors over there. That's not another room. Those are just mirrors. If we take a look over here, you can see that I framed up the beam that is up there. So there's a beam right in there, just as you can see. And I created these frames with these 2x2s right over here. I'm going to actually connect them. There's enough room for another 2x2 to connect them right here. Okay, so I'm just going to be connecting them with a few 2x2s to really make them sturdy and allow them to be, very solid. But as you can see, I've just framed them like that, and I have to finish them. They don't go to the end. They don't go until the end. I just have a little bit more to do. But there are two 8-foot sections on either side of the beam. If you take a look over here, this side, it's a very interesting design. With this side, I made it 1/2 inch from the edge of here, so the drywall will match up with this right here, okay? I'm going to be using 1/2 inch drywall. And with this side over here, just because of the spacing, it goes all the way until there. So when it's done, when the drywall is up and so forth, it's going to look amazing. That's the main point of it. So I have not done this post yet. I'm still missing a few areas. I have to frame the door over there. Let's just go ahead and move on to here. So right here, there's a laundry room over there, and this is going to be the rec room, and there are pillars, just as you can see here, and there's a supporting beam, okay, that goes from one post to the next, okay, just like that. So basically what I did was I just created, I'll just step back, I just created this wall frame right here, and I'm going to continue it on over there. But what I did around this post is I framed it so it basically butts up right against the supporting beam, and then I framed it around. So you can see both of these studs go around the post, and they sink a little bit, they recess into the post area, but they go around the post. So there's enough room for electrical wiring and stuff like that, so I don't have to worry about anything like that. I really have to straighten it. Right now it's just kicking out at the the bottom, because with these frames, they are not secured at the bottom yet. I should mention that. I've only secured them on the top, and they are level. I just have to use some concrete screws to secure them at the bottom. All right, let's get the camera and let's bring it to, let's get the light. Sorry, I almost dropped the light. Bring it to the last area of the basement with regards to the framing progress. So obviously I still have to, you know, frame this area over here. I'm going to get rid of those and frame it. There's going to be a hallway over here, so I will be framing a wall over there that goes straight across and another wall right here, because that's going to separate the hallway from the bathroom. And then this is going to be a bathroom, so I obviously have to frame over here, as well as this exterior wall, this part of this exterior wall. But right here, I framed this window over here has been framed. I have to put another stud right over there, just to make sure that there's less than 16 inches between each of the studs. I should say a maximum of 16 inches on center. I have to put one more there, but I'll do that tomorrow. I've matched up the corners pretty nicely, and I created this frame over here. I just want to show you the method that I'm using for the corners. Some people use this method, others don't use this method, but I'm just matching up the corners just like that, just as you can see. I'll give you a closer view with the light. That's what the corners look like right there. You can see that when I put the drywall, there will be more than enough. It will match up very nicely when I put the drywall. So that's what the corners look like. Everybody has their own methods for creating corners. This is my method. I just sort of allow the wood to just butt up against each other just like that, okay? That's basically it. I just wanted to make this quick video, and yes, I know those are not at the same level, but I'm going to put some backing for the drywall over there. So when the drywall is going into place, there will be enough backing for all of the drywall. I'm just going to use a very small piece of wood to go along the top of there to make sure that there's backing at the top of this frame right over here. Once again, that's basically it. I just wanted to make this update video on the framing that I've been doing in my basement. It's not perfect. I'm not a professional framer. I'm a do-it-yourselfer, but I will make sure that when it's all said and done, that you know, when the drywall is going into place, when the trim is going into place, that everything is backed properly and so forth. And you know, minor touch-ups, I'm not afraid to do minor touch-ups. If I'm putting the drywall in place and I need to add an additional 2x4 stud, I'll do that. So I mean, if you spot any imperfections, don't be critical on my framing, because I'm not a professional framer, and everything will be done properly and will end up looking amazing when I'm finished with the basement renovation. So look forward to future videos on the basement renovation. I will keep making them to show you the various things that I'm doing and the progress that I am making. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.